Alright, sounds good. So, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I haven't streamed in quite a bit of time, but now I'm back into the game. I wasn't playing this game that often with holidays running around. I flew back home to Michigan to visit my family and friends. So, with Toronto Regionals coming up in a week, I really need to lock in to make sure I get to win the tournament. My goals have changed quite a bit. I think in the past, before Vegas, I guess, I was pretty happy with the top cut, and now I don't think that satisfies me anymore. I feel like I really need to make the push out of top 8 and really just win the tournament. And I think this deck right here is going to be the best chance for me to win. So, I'm just figuring out what's like useless cards in my deck and then trying to change, a couple of cards. As well as getting practice into all the random decks that are running around. There's a new version of Zoro, there's a new version of Guardy. I'm sure there's a new version of Dengo. I just need to catch up on everything. My friends gave me like a small rundown on it, but I definitely need to experience it first. Also, my elo has been pretty low, so I need to really catch up here. Okay, not bad. The few games I've been playing, I've been starting the 2-prizers or Halucha, so I can't complain about a dreepy start for sure. Okay, were we playing Control? If it is, it's a good start then. Oh, okay, sure. This is gonna be quite a game. Duck makes sense in this deck though. Hey, what's up? Glad you're joining in. Gonna play some Poltnor today. I missed Badu though, so that's kind of bad actually. In this matchup, I'm pretty sure you have to save the jamming tower for Battle Cage, so I'm not gonna like preemptively slam it down for no reason. And then, just in case if he gets, like, I don't know, Candy Alakazam and then attach energy, I don't want this to get knocked out. I'd rather just attach it in the back. They don't really run that many bosses orders. But yeah, Padur, if you have any questions, you want to just sit around and chat, like, just let me know, man. Gonna be here for quite a bit. Okay, Kadabra gets down, he draws 2 cards. Honestly, his setup isn't that great right now, but I think with items from these 2 cards plus 1 draw, like, I'm sure he'll be able to set up a little bit more. Yeah, this is expected. I think each time I attack, I'm gonna have to Iono here, but oh, why did he grab Fan Rotom? I don't think he realizes that he can't use that. Unless if he wants to try to attack. Yeah, I think he forgot. Oops. Yeah, I would be kind of pissed, but sure, if he wants to attack with Rotom too. Sure. Does he have a stadium though? No, he doesn't. Okay, this is good news for me. So, yeah, I definitely don't slam down Jamming Tower for another reason. But I think I'm gonna chill on the second Duskull for now. I don't know if that's necessary. Damn, no Badu again? Crazy. I'm gonna split energy just in case. I don't think there's any reason to really push for anything else. Because I believe that this Alakazam is gonna knock out my Dreepy here. Yeah, makes sense. This research is kind of useless right now, but it's just a good consistency card. I was trying Pokegear, but I was whiffing Supporter quite a bit from it, so I decided not to run Gear. Yeah, but if you guys are still watching, come say hi in the chat. I can answer any questions or, just doing some commentary if you guys want. Oh, I don't know why he didn't just go into Alakazam. That's quite interesting. That's fine with me, though. Dang. So, I'm gonna Lilies here. I don't know why I preemptively attached. I probably could have got... Yeah, this is kind of a bad idea on my end. Oops. I needed to attach here. That was... that was my bad. But I did get my jamming here. I might as well set up my board. Okay, Badu, and then I've prized. Okay, one Dreepy, one Duskull. Prized? No, no energy. And I'm gonna no take that. So Dreep. And then something else. I'm debating on whether or not I want to put down the second Duskull. Like, I think this Psyduck is here to stay for the game, so I'd rather not clog up my board. This is fine. He's not really, for some reason, he's not like doing too much anyway. So I'm gonna just chill here. So Quentin, I'm hoping to play Dragapult for Birmingham, so I'll be watching and learning. Sounds good, man. I know this is a good resource to, just get some games down. So hopefully I could be of some use here. Yeah, I think watching games like this really helps people play better. Like, you'll realize how much you learn from watching other people play. Like, I wish I did this sooner, but watching VODs on stream was like a good way I picked up my Dragapult skills. Like, I watched like some of the best players at the time to play Dragapult, and then picked it up from there. And I hope this stream helps you with that. Uh-oh, that's not good. Yeah, I think I needed to really split my energy there, but it's fine. This gets knocked out. I'm reluctant on putting down Fez, but I really need my Draclo, because I'm not really drawing into the cards I need here. He's getting quite an advantage over here, so hopefully if I draw like an Iono or something. That's not an Iono, but it's fine. I really need to use Fez here, which sucks. So I'm gonna flip the script. That's like, yeah, that's not great at all, actually. So do I boss's orders to stall? That doesn't seem like a great idea. But like, what am I gonna do anyway? I might as well just stretch him out of a resource. I'll put Dusclops, but I won't put Dusknoir. And then I've attached an energy already. I might as well put relevant damage on Psyduck while I'm here. This is quite bad though. But hopefully I recover. I also forgot to check if there was a second Badu in my deck. But I guess we'll find out soon. I need to start prize checking more. I do a way better job at taking notes in person, but yeah. The videos you put out so far have definitely helped. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. If you have any like random questions about sequencing or like deck choices, just let me know. I want to make sure that you do well in Birmingham, you know? Feels good to be back on streaming, I will say. And playing the game too. Yeah, my Ionas have been non-existent. Okay, he draws quite a bit of cards. That's fine. His board can only be set up for like so much, you know. I think him going with Zam here is like normal. Another boss. Oh no, it's kind of bad. Dang, I was saying that this matchup's really easy, but I'm not hitting the cards I need, man. Okay, Battle Cage, sure. Fez is here. Okay. It's quite bad, but it's recoverable. Even in a position like this, it's quite recoverable. Now it really isn't, but I think I have to do something like, I don't know. This is so bad. Like, maybe I attach to Monkey Doria and hope to Mind Bend the turn after. I also don't want to slam Jamming Tower. He can't disrupt me. I'm pretty sure he can't disrupt me. Like, I don't know why he would ever use Iono or Judge in this deck. I haven't been playing a lot since the last 3 weeks, too. Your streams are a really good resource. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I guess the holiday season, like, It's good to just take a break here and there, spend time with the family and everything. Okay, yeah, Fan Rotom here makes sense. Surely using Blood Moon Ursaluna doesn't make sense, so I'll chill on that for a little bit. But yeah, an Assault Landing here doesn't seem great. It's almost like I have to Monkey Dory Mind Bend here, but I don't have the energy to do so. There's quite a bit of things that need to go my way. This is a start, though. I think Blood Moon Ursaluna can not be that useful here. If I use Blood Moon Ursa, like, I feel like I just lose the game. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Not a whole lot, but, you know, somewhere at least. Research or Fez? I'm like incentivized to Iono here instead. I'm gonna grab Night Stretcher here. Does it ever make sense to Rebadoo here or Mind Bend? I don't think either of those makes sense, but if I put down Fez, I kind of just concede this game, really. Let's try this. I want to put damage on the board, so maybe Mind Bending is right. If I use Pheasantipity, I don't know how many bosses orders he has, but I'm assuming, like, I thought it was like 1 or 2, but I don't want to assume and try to get Iono with Fez for no reason. So I think what I'm going to do here is the following. If I grab Badoo, it doesn't really do too much, so I'm going to actually Mind Bend here and put damage on their board. Force them to attack with Alakazam here, so I don't have to use a Gusting card. When I get down to 1 prize, I think that there is a cool play later on when I can Hawlucha here. But Wondrous Patch would do that too. Okay, so he retreats here. I have to find an Iono this turn. Wondrous Patch there, that's fine. But yeah, the board state is like, I can knock out if I have Hawlucha, okay, he puts Hilda down, probably for the Dunsparce. That's not great. It's not great at all, but I have to do something about this. He uses Hilda for this, sure. And then he's about to draw 9 cards off of this combo, which is fine, which is actually quite fine. So this gets knocked out. I'm gonna put up this Dracloak here. Yeah, this Dracloak here. And then I have to find Iono, or else I kind of just lose the game. I can use Fez now, but I want to see if I can find the cards necessary to win. No Iono. It's so sad. I want to put CC at the bottom just in case if I find Iono. Don't want to shuffle the deck here. Just grab a Pheasantipity and then go from there. If I flip the script, I need to find Iono here. Wow. Wow, there is no Iono a single time this game. So how do I proceed here? Do I just lose? Like, I can't really stall him for anything. I get, like, he has energy in hand, right? Oh, no, he attached it. What happened here? Like, how did this happen? Did I prize? No, I have 3 Iono in deck. That's... It's quite a bit of an anomaly there. So... I guess the game is over. I'm hoping that he doesn't have Alakazam. That is my only out here. I'll see if he... I mean, it would be quite crazy if he doesn't, but... There's no way he plays something like Turo, right? I mean, he definitely has the Alakazam, by the way, but you never know. Maybe he's like me and whiffs Iono the entire game, but... Just fine here. Let's see it, man. Where is the Alakazam? Cool. Well, this wasn't a great start to my stream, but especially with a matchup that's pretty free for me, but at least it wasn't because of my play, you know? Like, I don't think I did anything wrong other than maybe hitting with Monkey Dory. That could have been wrong. Maybe I should have just went into Badoo, actually. If I went into Badoo, Monkey gets saved, and then, I mean, I don't see how Monkey can do anything else after that. But I thought putting damage down was a little bit more important, but I guess we'll see. I'll probably look back at that match and be like, oh, like this is wrong. But I think that maybe I needed to grab Fez there and just hope that there's no third boss, given that I wasn't really drawing that well. Maybe get out another Dreepy. I know that I prized 1 Dreepy and 1 Dracloak, so there was no Dracloak in deck. So I had to find another Night Stretcher, which didn't feel great. I don't know. All I know is 3 Night Stretchers broken. I don't know why people are playing 2 Night Stretcher in their Dragapult deck. Like, Night Stretcher is one of the best consistency cards in this deck. Like, it's just like finding like a Dracloak, finding a basic Pokemon that you had to discard earlier, finding energy, especially energy. I think 3 Night Stretcher is the play. Unless if I find some crazy combo that I have to discard Night Stretcher with, I think that I'm going to be sticking with 3 Night Stretcher here. Sure, I want to see what deck I'm playing first before I do anything here. Nice, the mirror. I love the mirror, dude. Such a fun mirror. Compared to other mirrors like Guardy or Golden Go, this just seems like a more skillful one. And I'm hoping to prove that in this matchup here. I have Monkey, which is good. I'm debating on getting Latios here and putting down Monkey Dory, but I think that might be a throw. I think that's a big throw, actually. If he's smart, he'll retreat into the Duskull, but he's not. So, it's fine with me. Okay. Alright, let me think about this. I'm gonna Ultra Ball here. I have my Dracloak. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna put down Monkey, Duskull, and then Badoo. I'm gonna get item locked. I want to use Hilda for Dusclops. Actually, I might as well just use Hilda first, so I figure out what I discard later. So, 1/1/1, sure. Or I prized a Dusclops. I prized a Dracloak and a Dragapult. Clops, Pult, Cloak. Badoo as well. I think I pressed something else. No, I don't think so. Okay, and then as for CC, whoa, where's my energy? What? Oh, wait. I'm tripping. I'm not gonna grab energy here. I want a higher concentration of energy if I get Ionoed. So I'm just gonna grab the Dusclops here. I think that's the safe play, and then Ultra Ball for Badoo here. And then even if I get Ionoed, like, yeah. Hey Summit, can I see your deck list? Yeah, it's right now it is the deck list that I played in Las Vegas. I've been testing quite a bit of random combinations that I just didn't like at the end of the day. So I am sticking with the Las Vegas list right now. So if you search up on Limitless and you look at the top 8, my deck list is there, and you can use it however like you like. And then if you have any deck changes that you want to do, just let me know so I can, you know, hopefully guide you on if it's a good or bad idea. There's quite a bit of like, if you want my opinion on deck lists, I can definitely do that. If he pops Dusclops here, I'm cooked. So I have to really think about what I'm supposed to do here. I wonder if he sees that line though. People do that sometimes. But if I hit Badu off prizes, then it's all for nothing. Let's see though. Moltres, interesting. What an interesting card. Halucha too. I don't know what he's doing here. I feel like clogging up his board isn't the right call to do here. Okay, so getting rid of Duskull, sure. I think if I were to pop, I would definitely get rid of Badu instead. Okay, I got my cloak, which is good. Hopefully if I get a Dreepy here, like, that would do it. What's your opinion on the Alexander list? I don't like it that much. I don't think Turo's as useful in this meta now that Mega Absol is gone. I know that there's some plays that you can make with, you know, just healing your Pult or like getting rid of liabilities. But, yeah, like I think his list is like it's good, but it's not what I'm looking for. I think 2 Night Stretchers a little bit suspicious, and Turo I don't really value as a card. So I really erred against those cards. Now my issue is, do I go for a Night Stretcher and try to Badu? He's just gonna attack with Moltres. It doesn't really make sense here. I think what I need to employ is instead trying to set up for a better turn. Now my question is, do I think he has a high chance of getting Dragapult in energy? Because if he does, I don't really want to put down Duskull. But I kind of have to make a risk here. I have to make a play because Monkey Door is going to go down. I think I'm fine with this because then I can use that one card. I can use Blood Moon, sorry. Okay, and then I'm going to save this Jamming Tower in case if I get an Ultra Ball. So I'm going to chill here. Yo, I finally made a live stream. Been wanting to catch a stream because I enjoy commentary and take on what's happening during the matches. Yeah, I appreciate it. So I'm gonna continue doing that then for you. But, you know, going back to Alexander's list, I think, I mean, you can't deny that his results are good, right? Like, he got first and second in 2 regionals. He's a great player. I think his deck list is good. I want to make a great deck list, though. And I think his deck list isn't really that good for Toronto, especially. I feel like using Night Stretcher is a very valuable card, especially when Guardy's running back into straight Guardy. Like, Chow posted a list a while ago that doesn't really use Jellicent anymore. It uses Frillish instead, or it uses only Frillish, but also uses TM Evo, which means that your Night Stretchers get more value. Okay, Lily's here is great. I think I'm going to Evo here just in case of a boss. I feel like boss would be terrible here. Now I'm going to slam Jamming Tower because I don't want to draw into it. I can't use Ultra Ball, obviously, so I'm gonna really just sit on this. I think this is just a fine. I think this is fine. The Moltres is kind of odd here. Like, because I have this 10 damage on my Dragapult, he can hit into this and then just use Moltres right after, so I have to really be wary about that. And Define Span, sure. If he has some stadium bumps, this is fine. But I'm not really panicking here. If he attacks into Monkey Dory, this is like fine. I'm really wishing I didn't evolve into this Pult so I can draw more cards, but It's fine. I've definitely found myself wanting more Night Stretchers, and the Turo usually gets discarded early. Yeah, that's how I felt about the card as well. There's this cool plays you can make with Night Stretcher too early on, for early consistency. If you're gonna Lily's Determination and then you're about to get item locked or something. Okay, he's sorry. I'll get back to my thought in a little bit. I just want to see what I want to do in this turn. I'm not really drawing the supporters I want, but okay. Well, this is a supporter I want. Let's just see if I can get more cards here. Interesting. So, I think I will attach an energy here and then go from there. Yeah, so going back to my thought, like, if you discard Dracloak with an Ultra Ball on the first turn and then use Lily's Determination, if you get a Night Stretcher, now there's multiple ways that you can search up your Dracloak for the turn after. Or if you get item locked, you can preemptively use Night Stretcher and then you'll be in a very good spot. My prize map here is probably going to look like knocking out these guys right here. I'm fine with going behind because I can knock out this for 3 and then this for 3, or this for 2. So I think I can win in 2 attacks if I play from behind, which is good. I also have this Dusclops to put a ton of pressure on him, so this is looking quite fine for me. Now it's looking less fine. He's gonna boss his orders into Dragapult. That's fine-ish. And I know I just put a lot of counter catchers in the bottom of my deck, so I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit more. I need to evo this into Dragapult for sure. I don't know if I have Dragapult in hand. Okay, nope, I don't. Do I risk it and put down Monkey Dory? I think I can at least stall a turn if I do Monkey Dory, because there's no guarantee that I get this Dragapult down. So I'm going to try doing something like this. I probably could have switched between, but I don't know. I think the priority here is getting down this. Nice. Okay, so I don't think I need the Night Stretcher here. There's not a lot of cards I can get from it. So I'm gonna discard Night Stretcher and... Can I win with Boss, actually? The turn after? If I heal off this, what ends up happening? Well, I have to kill this Dracloak. I think that's the best option going forward. It's just a matter of how I want to prioritize my resources. Because Nest Ball gets me Fez. But... is Hawlucha even in the... Wow, I'm like blinking a little bit. No, I don't think I need a Hawlucha here. Just discard these. I'm going to grab that for Fez. But I need to grab Dragapult here. I don't want this to get knocked out. And then I can heal the Dusclops instead. The reason why I did this is because if he has Monkey Dory and knocks these two out, this Dusknoir is useless. So I would rather, you know, just go like this. Get some onboard draw out of the way. He's going to attack with Moltres, which is completely fine with me. If he does that. I have, like, damage counters to play around with. I'm kind of regretting getting rid of Hawlucha now. Because I think I see the play that I need Hawlucha. Oops. Moonlight TCG says... It can't die if you get Noir, but the issue is if I get Noir and he, like, even though I heal off this Dracloak, the issue is if he gets Monkey Dory Luminous down, it's kind of low odds, but if he does get it down, then he gets 3 prizes, and then the Dusknoir is for nothing. I would rather prioritize saving my Dragapult for the turn after rather than the Dusclops here. But I think this was quite a blunder for me to discard Halucha. So I'm going to have to find a couple of things, actually. Quite a bit of things. If he takes knockout on these two, but he's not going to. So this game is over, actually. This game is over. Because now I have Dusclops and Monkey. I think I was over-exaggerating. Maybe discarding Boss was correct. I just like the research here. So, I mean, I won the game. I just have to boss his orders and then pop somewhere and then, like, win the game. I don't even have to boss, actually. I can just... Yeah, I don't even have to boss here. I don't think he played that well, but it's fine. He'll learn. Pop here, and then... Yeah, okay. No boss required. Sorry, I think I'm missing a misunderstanding. How does he kill the Pult and the Cloak if you kill both his Cloak and Pult? If you do that, the issue is, I go down to 2 prizes, which means that he can use Blood Moon or Saluna later in the game. And then there's ways that he can come back from it. But I like playing from behind and make, like, okay, for example, if I decided to go into Dusknoir, pop onto Dragapult, and then go down to 2 prizes, he's able to use Counter Catcher, and then he's able to use Iono, and then use Blood Moon. He can also only use he doesn't even have to do that. He can use Moltres, and then I'm in a bad spot after that, because if I don't draw out of the, like, I don't get my my prize card advantage. So then he kind of just, like, he kind of has an opportunity to win, whereas the opportunities I give him by just attacking into Pult is, like, a lot better for me. I hope that makes sense. Like, I like playing from behind. I don't need to rush into the Dusknoir. Yeah. Is good. Yeah, so I think I missed your question, Lagan. If you're Dusknoir, if Dusknoir are good here wiping the Dragas, I don't think so. I think it's fine to just play a little bit more safe. Only because he had the Latios and Fez on board. If he didn't, then I would, like, obviously go for that play, because Latios acts as a way for me to take 3 prizes later in the game anyway, with Latios and Badoo. Yeah. So I wanted to play more passively. I don't really need to go aggressive in that. It's cool to take knockouts there. If I had 6 prizes, 100% I'm wiping out Dragapult Dusknoir, or Dragapult and Dracloak. If he didn't have those 2 prize Pokemon that I can go off of later in the game, then yes, I would do that too. What's up, Harsha? Good to see you. 31 viewers. That's so nice, guys. Yeah, keep the questions coming in. I'll try to answer all the questions that get asked. I know I missed a couple, but I'm definitely making sure I answer everyone's. Now, am I going first or second? Okay, I'm going second. I can Hilda for Badoo, so it doesn't really matter here. Okay, cool. This is why I love Mirror so much. It's so skillful. Like I feel like the plays you make varies depending on board state. It's not like a linear matchup spread or like a linear prize map. So, okay, so he's gonna use Nest. Like, I'm going up against Rage and Bolt, which is fine. Hey Salma, thoughts on Dawn? I don't really like Dawn that much. I mean, the issue with Dawn is it feels like an inferior version of the supporters that you want to play. Yeah, like I think that getting a basic stage 1 and stage 2 seems powerful at first, but the reason why I don't play Jacques for that is the same reason I don't play Dawn or Brox. It's because I think it's situational in terms of item locking cards. Like, I don't think it's that good. Whereas if I use, like, Research and Lilies and Iono, I have a chance to get more or less. Because most of the time you need, like, an Energy Plus Pokemon. If there was a card I had to use between Brox, Jacques, and Dawn, I would use Jacques. But that's just my opinion. I know other people have different opinions. Are you still on 1 Research, 1 Hilda? Yes. I don't think I would be using 2 Hilda anytime soon. I would probably use like 1 Hilda, 1 Jacques, but I think 2 Hildas is a little overkill. Dude did not get that many cards, right? I wasn't really paying attention. He didn't use Earthen Vessel or anything. He just grabbed some cards. Cool. I don't want to use Jamming Tower anymore because that Squawk is very valuable. I don't want to Iono here, so I think what I'm going to do... Oh, that's bad. I prize 2 Dreepy. Okay, that's really bad. Because he can just farm me. Okay. Well, 2 Dreepy. Duskull's in my hand. That's fine. Did I prize Blood Moon? I don't think... Oh, no, Blood Moons are there. And then... Oh, no Nupper. It's quite bad. And Luminous, specifically. Well, I have to really do some random strats then. So, the odds of this Duskull getting knocked out is pretty high here. I'm going to grab the Psychic Energy for more flexibility later on. And then I'm going to have to Iono a turn after. But, 10 damage on this actually is pretty good, so I can't really complain. But I do think that my Duskull or my Dreepy are going to get knocked out, and that's quite bad. I'll play your list to locals tomorrow. Nice, man. Let me know how it is. I'll probably stream on Sunday too, so hopefully I can catch how you do. Is 2 Dawn Hilda good? Is 2 Dawn 1 Hilda good in Pult? I don't think so. I don't think the 2 Dawn is that good. I think if you're using Dawn, I think you need to use some Noctowl or some other like stage 1 card to really boost it. Maybe like Pult Zoro or like Pult Noctowl, but I don't think Dawn is that great. It's good in very specific scenarios only, I feel like. Basically when you just need a Pheasant Evos. Of course, yeah. But I don't really see value in those. This is very bad, actually. I kind of just lose here because I have 2 Dreepy. But I need to find a way to recover. I think what I gotta do here is... He can retreat out of every Pokemon. I need to grab Dusclops, Dusknoir. That's the only way I can really stop myself from getting farmed here. So I have to Iono. I need more cards. I need energy. I need Dusclops. I think Dusclops is actually more important here. But I didn't pay attention to what I Ionoed in the bottom. Okay, I can Buddy Puff in here safely and grab myself a Duskull here. And then when I Recon Directive, maybe Iono instead. Quite a bit of cards I need. And then I can... This is going to get knocked out. There's no reason to put energy down. I'm going to save the Night Stretcher for the Dreepy instead. Dusclops, and then the hopes that I get Dusknoir the turn after. If I get Night Stretcher for the energy here, maybe... Am I banking on the fact that I can get Dragapult later? I have so much energy in deck, though. I'd rather not. I'd rather not waste a Night Stretcher for an energy. I'd rather just waste it on Dreepy. Yeah, sure, this is fine. I know I have Dusknoir in deck, so I really need to bank this energy. As long as I get rid of Raging Bolt, I'll be in a okay position, but it's not looking great, to be honest. Like, he's just drawing cards left and right here. Yeah, so to really think about what I gotta do here. Oh, he ran out of fighting energies. Does that really matter? No, it doesn't. This is bad. This is a bad start. Oh, damn. Okay, well, I guess he thought about that. Unfortunate. This isn't bad, though. Like, now I have, like, a Drakloak, you know? Fine with that. Researcher, I don't know. Definitely this. I grab this and then waste it. Now I grab energy here. I think there's a high chance I get what I need from here. Do I Iono? If like, I'm not really attacking here, so I don't think I want to Iono. Okay, there's my cards here, right? So I get this. Let him go down to 3 prizes, and then I can really pull some shenanigans there. So I'll grab Dusknoir. This. CC will do stuff later. If I put down Fez, I lose to Boss plus Lightning. This Dusclops is gonna get knocked out. Right? Yeah, like this Dusclops is gonna get knocked out. If he's smart. If I put down Fez, I want to discard Ultra. Okay, actually, I'm gonna do this. I need to discard like less valuable resources here. So that would be less valuable, sure. Discarding Lilies plus Fire Energy seems fine for a Pult. I need to Evo this. He just let me Evo, which is great. Great news. Fantastic even. So CC doesn't do too much here, so I'm gonna have to Itchy Pollen. You know, go from there. Let's see where this goes. Do I have to knock out Raging Bolt? I'm not sure yet. I think that I can still win in 3 turns if I knock out Bolt and then put damage counters on Mew. But if he has Boss, that's pretty bad for me. I wonder if he does. No, if he has Boss, that's still fine, actually. Yeah, if he has Boss, this is still fine, because I can Dusknoir now. That's almost just as valuable, to be honest. Thunderburst Storm, sure. Okay, well, I really need to Iono here, and then knock out this Raging Bolt with a ton of energy. Right? Like, I can't use Blood Moon. I want him to run out of energy by the time Blood Moon comes down, so I have to attach here. Latios isn't in discard, right? That's good. That's good news, at least. Now my debate is, if I knock out Raging Bolt here, what ends up happening is I have to Blood Moon this, and then my path to victory isn't, like, that great. So I'm actually debating instead to knock out... It's quite bummy, but I think I could do, like... Yeah. I think what I can do is this. I think this is my only, like, real out. And then try to prize race him there. They already have so much energy in bench. I agree with you, man. It's like a stacked deck for me, for sure. But I'm not gonna give up. Giving up is not in my vocab. Keep the deck ordering here, because I think there's some cards I put in the bottom that's really good. This comes to no surprise. This Pult is going to get knocked out. But if I have Blood Moon down, I might as well just preemptively put it down. But if I Phantom Dive here, okay, I think I'm debating on getting some value with my damage counters. I think I have to hit in 2 turns, right? So if for whatever reason I get Neo Upper from the prizes, then I'll just pivot into Pult instead. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 here. What this does is if I get Neo Upper and I get a couple more cards, I think I can really claw my way out of this, but I don't, which is fine. Still fine. I have Iono to knock out the Raging Bolt. Teal Dance isn't great at all. And then he only used 1 Sada and 1 Crispin. Like his deck is very filled. And then he's also gonna get a Fez here, so he's gonna draw a lot of cards. He discarded his other boss, which is a good sign. But he has Prime Catcher in his deck. Koraidon, this is bad. I think this game's over. If he attaches a single energy on there, the game's over. But yeah, I should catch up on chat real quick. Obviously you're playing Pultnar Toronto like a bum, and we lost. Yes, both of those are 2, except the bum part. I think I like this Dragapult deck a little bit more than any other deck right now. There are enough energies to KO Pult and then KO Badu with small raging. Yeah, I know. It's just like such an impossible game to win. It's just over. Like even if I attacked with into the baby Raging Bolt, it's just so bad, right? I was hoping that at least I can Blood Moon something out of this and then try to get rid of a combination, but it's just over. Yeah, but I'll come back. Prizing 2 Dreepy there wasn't great, but I think I could have made some comebacks related to... Honestly, maybe I could have done Monkey Dory strats where I try to confuse him, but... Maybe I need to think about that next time. I didn't really think about that. If I attach... attaching to Dreepy / Dracloak was fruitless, right? Because he's just gonna knock him out. But if I went into Monkey Dory, is that ever good? I don't know. Stalls for a turn or 2. No, I want to item lock him. There's no way Monkey Dory's right. Oh, I hate this deck, dude. This deck is so good. He's gonna get an energy attachment and then Chorus Tenacity me, and then I lose the game. For those of you who don't know this deck, it's bad for me. He's able to get turn 2 shurikens off pretty quickly, but not this time, which is a good sign. Does he give me anything that I... No, I'm gonna Lilies here instead. I need more cards here. Well, that's bad. I need to Itchy Pollen here, right? Or else I default lose the game. Prize a Dreepy Dracloak. Did I prize a lot of Pult? No, I priced 1 Pult. Dreep, Drac, Pult. And then 3-1-1. I press Psychic. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna grab Badu here. I need to stall him or else he's able to get Pidgeot, and that's really bad for me. So I'm gonna do this and then try to set up a board after, but it's still bad. I've had so many Greninja on ladder recently, it always destroys me. Yeah, I think that this deck is pretty good. Yeah, Chorus's Tenacity, the game's kind of over already if he gets Pidgeot. Because he can play very extremely slow. Are you queuing? Should I come play? Hey, try to stream snipe me, man. I know you're gonna play Control Mole Raider, so that's just an easy win for you. Really? No? Did he prize Grand Tree? That's great. Flip tails, bro. Just flip tails for that one time. Nice. Cool. Cool. Okay, wait. He prized Grand Tree, so this deck is useless now. It's like Lugia prizing Legacy Energy, bro. Like, he's so cooked. I didn't want to Ultra Ball those two cards. I felt like getting this was fine instead. Yeah, perfect. All I really need is a Neo Upper, which I still have in my deck, but Chupal in here seems good. And then, you know, figuring out what to do after that. The matchup is funny. I got this guy like 4 times yesterday. He tried everything. Yeah, I feel like all you need to do in Control is just use Turtonator. Oh, what? What is going on here? Oh. Sure, I think he was just waiting for a turn, I guess. I would have Shinobi Bladed there, but... Or at least get Pidgeot from this. I don't know. Seems interesting to do this, but I guess this is more consistent, question mark? I don't know. Weird. Well, he's gonna Mirage Barrage here, so it's bad. Quite bad. I can stop a Mirage Barrage the turn after by gusting up a Froakie. And then my second question is, do I Grand Tree here to get Dragapult? It seems risky, right? Because you're thinning your deck to 33 after, like, the odds of me hitting Neo Upper is very slim. I almost need to, like, get Dragloak here, but I wouldn't get Dragapult, I think. I don't think that's ever worth it, because the odds of me hitting this Neo Upper is so low. I wonder if I just stall it out for a turn instead. Because I need to re-establish these Dreevies, but how many Night Stretchers do I have? I have 2 Night Stretcher left. I prized a Night Stretcher, okay, sure. No, but once I set up Pult, what can he even do? Even if I don't draw cards, that's fine. You just can't do too much once I get Dragapult down. So I think I'm gonna actually do this instead. And then do I want to put down Fez? That doesn't seem great. Doesn't seem great at all. Right? I don't know. Fez. Nah, I'm gonna just Iono here. But I don't have a draw engine, which sucks. I'm gonna counter capture this Froakie. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe and not put down Fez. I feel like that's wrong. I haven't played this matchup too much, but my intuition is saying that. Whoa! No way, I got that Night Stretcher, bro. Oh, this feels good. Okay. Okay. This is quite good. So if I get Neo Upper here, and then knock out his Duskull's a bigger threat here. Do I want to put down some single prizers? Because he could just Ignition Energy again. Is that worth it? Is that ever worth? And second of all, is Duskull even, like, worth it? Like, maybe I need to knock out Pidgey so that he doesn't get Ignition Energy. Maybe that's the play. Okay, so if I do something like this, and something like this, he still only has 1 prize, like, even if he does this Ignition Energy stuff, and then uses Mirage Barrage. Now my question is it worse for him to have Pidgeot, or is it worse for him to have Dusknoir? Dusknoir doesn't accelerate enough to justify this. I think I'm actually going to just go for Phantom Dive here. And then knock out his Pidgey. Because that's less outs of him getting ignition energy. Which means that if he doesn't get ignition energy, I'm able to get like Dusclops, Dusknoir, and then he's cooked. What's your Golden Go answer? Pray. Your jamming towers and your counter catchers really help stretch out resources from Golden Go. And then if you take knockouts, that's also fine. There's quite a few ways you can win against Dengo rocks. But yeah, he's gonna Grand Tree here, to no one's surprise. If he does that, that's also fine. He probably has the Greninja in hand, maybe? Dusclops here is okay. Yeah, me getting Neo upper there was extremely lucky. It was like a 1 in 6 chance, basically. A little less than that. So, I'll take what I can get from here, man. That seemed pretty good. I also would have been happy with a jamming tower, but... Oh, thanks for getting the jamming tower for me. Lily's here, sure. I think he's just finding the ignition. Why did he not Evo into Dengo? Or, to Greninja. But yeah, going back to the Golden Go answer, I feel like you can't really do too much for that matchup. Unless if you give your deck, like, a ton of techs that don't really make sense in other matchups. So then the deck is kind of bad. Fez here is, like, fine. Yeah, Fez here is, like, pretty good, actually. Shinobi Blade, sure. I have Dracloak in discard, right? Oh, perfect. Okay, so I have plays. I have quite a bit of plays, actually. So if I get a Luminous Energy, I can knock out his Dusclops. Or I can also knock out his Frogadier. So, any one of those is like a... Okay. Boss? Did Boss even do anything here? Oh, I can win with... I mean, he probably has that one card, but... No, what can he even do if I boss here? This is good. This is really good. Because if I boss his orders the Frogadier and Dusclops while healing with Luminous Energy, he can't knock this out, right? Am I tripping? Like, he needs Blood Moon Ursaluna, which doesn't really help. I'll answer your tech question in a bit, Ardrich. Ardrich? Let me know how I pronounce. Let me know if I mispronounced your name. I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Okay, let me try something like this. Seems correct. Because he put down Pheasantipity. And then he can't knock out like a lot of my Pokemon, so this is good. The only issue is he can Mirage Barrage twice if he gets the Ignition Energy. So maybe this Monkey Dory play wasn't that great. Maybe I needed a hit into Greninja. No, that doesn't make sense either. I think this was fine. Oh, you know what would have been a really good play, actually? Now that I think about it. I think... Oh, what is he doing? Is he stalling? That's weird. I think what a better play was to hit the Pheasantipity and then put damage count and then knock out the what's this called? Knock out the Dusclops, because then he needs another energy to get out of Fez. So then the Ignition energy play doesn't really make sense anymore. See what he knocks out. He's probably gonna knock out Dusclops Monkey, which is fine. Flip the script, sure. I'm gonna Iona him though, so it doesn't really help that much. I had an energy in the bottom of my deck, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna shuffle my deck with Buddy before I Iono. I can win this though, which is good. And then Iono here. I don't want to put down another one prizer because I can actually evo this into Pult if I want to. So Recon here. If I don't get energy, that's quite bad. Okay, it's quite bad. But you know, there's a chance that he doesn't have Ignition, so I'm gonna chill here. You know, like I'm not gonna click the panic button just yet. All right, I'm gonna click the panic button now. Wow, I lost this. This sucks. I did a lot of things right, but I think the one thing I needed to do better was to actually trap Fez. I think that's what I missed from that game. If I trapped Fez, then he's in a really bad position because he can't do that shuriken attack. I needed to see that line. That was my bad. I will be better. That was my game too, damn. Yeah, this 3-week break of me being in holidays has made me a little rusty, but I need to be better, so we'll do that. Oh, going back to the point about Dengo. Given that it's a 20% deck, wouldn't it make sense to have a tech for it? Not really, because the tech that you put in for Dengo does not help for the other 80% of the matchups that you hit. And I don't know, I feel like the way that I've been playing playing against Dengo is still fine. Like it's like maybe 45%, so I wouldn't really tech for that. I think if the matchup was like 20%, I would probably hard tech for that then. But it doesn't really feel like that when you have double jamming tower and a couple of other cards. I don't know for sure what type of deck I'm playing against. So, like if I'm playing against Jelly Guardian or the other version. It sucks to discard these, but I think the boss is a little bit more valuable if I'm playing against Jelly. I'm thinking about the worst case scenario here, so yeah, grabbing these seems fine. I need a draw out of this hand. One boss is prized, sure. And then okay, cool. Pass. I could probably do some cruel arrow strats if nothing goes my way. Why do I like Professor's Research in my list? I think I needed like a 9th draw supporter to make my deck more consistent. And then I liked Research because it could be used in any part of the game. Like it can either be used early on to, you know, set up your board, or it could be used later in the game to, you know, get some consistency going on. Like later in the game, I like to keep my deck unshuffled so that I can keep the order. And, yeah, like I just like doing that. Trackloak here seems fine. I think just setting up my board seems like the best play here. And then guess what? This boss's orders doesn't seem that useless anymore because I just saved myself a turn out of item lock. And put 10 damage on vaults. Pretty good. But yeah, I like research for that reason. I won so many games in Vegas because of it. So this curly is kind of scaring me here, man. What's going on? You gonna call sign or retreat? Okay, cool. Makes sense, makes sense. That means that he probably has a Gardevoir. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that, like, No, I can get Dragapult, so, like, I don't think he would do that. There's a chance I would get Dragapult, so I don't think he would run that. Okay. So, I only have one boss left in my deck, so I want to Lilies here, and then draw cards after. So, Recon 1. If I use Research, what am I okay with discarding? Sure, CC's fine. And then Recon 2. Artisan here for Duskull. I have Dusclops and Dusknoir on me, so I'm gonna do that. I will bump Jamming Tower so that he doesn't get another out to a Ralts. Otherwise, that would be pretty annoying to deal with. Now, I know that people are saying, like, this research right now isn't great in my hand because, like, well, I guess the research just went to the bottom of my deck, but, like, research is still very good in item locking scenarios because there's quite more cards that you need. Gardevoir, bad. What happens now? He can Jealous into me. Sure, that's fine. So if he jellies me, how can I respond? He put 2 energy on this Jellicent, which means that if I have Boss, I can hit into the Gardevoir. What's the most expendable card here? Probably Fez, right? Duskull's valuable, dude. Like, yeah. Oh, Boss's order's there. I don't want to Lilies anymore. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna grab this, and then second order of business is to grab... What do I want in my deck that's a higher concentration? Sure, I want Dragapult, that's higher. I know Dusclops is in the bottom of my deck, but... Oh, that was a bad play. I think what I needed to do instead was attach here in the hopes that I get Latios and then go from there. That was bad. I think. I don't know. Well, he gets items now, which is fine. I need to figure out a better path, though. Because he can discard a lot of energy. Or yeah, he can discard a lot of energy right now and set up his board. So I need to figure out a better plan for now. If I get down Latios, I can retreat into Dragapult and then probably do something after. But as always, we will see. I think leaving Jelly in the actives is fine-ish. If I hit into it, and then he doesn't get dark energy. Sure, Mew. Are you gonna put Lily's Clefairy down? If you do that, then my plays get a little bit better. Okay. My plays do get a little bit better now. I just need to draw into the Latios. And, oh. My boss is in the bottom of my deck, as is Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusknoir. So I think I'm actually gonna elect to shuffle my deck here. What is he doing? I don't think this is the right play at all. I actually think this is a terrible play on his part. I think if he just kept Jellicenting me, like... I mean, I guess he doesn't know what I have in my deck, right? But... I put a lot of cards on the bottom of my deck that I need to reshuffle here. So I need CC. I only have 2 CC in my deck, so I need to really lock in here. I need to shuffle my deck, but I'm figuring out what those cards look like. If I discard these two, and then grab myself, you know, a Dracloak here to draw into the Countercatcher plus energy, that seems fine. I need to Iono here, like I absolutely need to. So I will. This game was like very losing until he did this, so I found an out. There's my out. So let me draw more cards here. Sure, I can discard this. And then my second one, I will grab another card. Iono here seems good. I don't have Iono yet. I don't want to put down this other Duskull in case if he gets Lily's Clefairy back. He needs Night Stretcher and then he just wins the game from there. But if I evo this into Dusclops, then he also needs a Monkey Dory energy for that. And that doesn't seem great for him. So I will discard these two, grab myself a Dusclops to protect. This, Lily's Clefairy. And this is something I really need to figure out now. Diancie adds a different layer of what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I have to just Guster on Diancie and then do something else after. So I don't think I put damage counters on that. I think his best play, if he manages to do this, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to target here. Diancie adds a weird layer. If he ever has Dark Energy plus okay, I figured it out. I think this is the right play. Well, I Phantom Dive here for sure, but I think I just put 7. I put 5 damage counters here and then 1 damage counter here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because then even if he heals with Jellicent, oh no, I don't have to do that. I actually really messed up here. I think 6 on Diancie was actually the right call. That's my bad. Ooh, that's bad. I think putting damage counters on this was extremely useless because if he attacks with Jellicent, he's going to put damage on it anyway. So that was bad on my part. I think what I needed to do instead was to put 6 damage counters on this because then if he doesn't knock out my Dragapult, I can knock out these two with Dusclops and CC. My bad. He gets Garden down, and then Arven for Night Stretcher. Can't say that I'm surprised here. Box for what? What? What's he doing? Does he not have Night Stretcher? What are we doing here? Is he trying to go for the win? That doesn't seem right either. What are we doing here? This is so risky. Does he have it? That's crazy. Bro, that's crazy! What? This is just such a terrible play. If he doesn't hit that, it's over. Wow. That feels bad. I don't think that was ever the right play. Because if he just had Lily's Clefairy and then hit with Jellicent, that would achieve the same thing. But if he whiffed, Lily's Clefairy there, he was cooked. He was so fried. Oh wow, that game sucked for me. All right, let's get back into it then. Yeah, we love getting sacked. Yeah, I need to figure out a better plan into that then. Dragapult is not good right now. Oh, I don't know about that one, but It's definitely got worse because Guardy got better into Pult. But I don't think it's not good level. Hopefully I'll prove that in Toronto. Or on stream too. Very cringe play. I know, man. I can't believe he pulled off all that. Yeah. That's ridiculous work. Alright, Pult Normer. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love this matchup so much. Creepy Duskull. I have the energy here. I'm hoping he IO knows me. that's my hopium right there. Because I don't really have a supporter that I can use next turn. Oh, no Lucha. That's interesting. Okay, I knew I was missing something. Lucha. And then attach a fire energy in case if I get Monkey Dory somehow. Oh, yeah, right. Turn 1. It's okay, but at the top end it just loses. Maybe. Nice artisan donation, man. This Monkey Dory's gonna go crazy now. Oh, are we playing what's this deck called? Pulled Zard? It seems like a Pulled Zard angle. Okay, yeah, then my Monkey Dory's less useless. Oh yeah, Lucha's in hand. I just noticed that. I scratched it off. I should have said it out loud, but yeah. Oh, he Badoos. Now I definitely go at Monkey Dory, but oh, there's a lot of questions. Nice. Keep the questions coming, guys. I will answer it in just a bit. I just want to make sure that I get this turn down, and then I'll answer all questions after. Okay, I get itchy here, sure. Artisan saved me here. Can do more plays now. Monkey? Yep. I don't think it really matters where I put the damage counter, but I mean, if he doesn't get Zard up, then that seems pretty good. So I'm gonna do this. Now, there's been more lists popping up with Candy. What do you think of it? I've been having success with Cut Monkey +1 Luminous for 2 Candy. My issue with Candy is it's situational. I guess Monkey on one hand is also situational, where like it's only good for Pult Mirror, sometimes Guardy, Jelly Guardy, and like Grimmsnarl. But I think that Monkey's still pretty good, and I think Candy, like, there needs to be specific conditions met, right? You need to have the Neo upper energy, you need to have Pult, and you need to have Candy, right? Most of the time I'm setting up my Dracolox and playing slower anyway. It's like kind of forcing your deck to be faster than it when it in reality doesn't need to be, in my opinion. That's how I feel about the deck, at least. I will be splitting. No, do I even need to? I don't need to split energy here. Yeah, I really don't need to be splitting energy here. I don't want to shuffle my deck until after these recons, because I know I'm putting Dragapult down, but I want to use recon. Oh, well, I don't need to. I'm just going to keep the deck ordering now instead. Yeah, I definitely grab this here. Yep. Let's play slow. And then I'll put 1 damage counter on this Charmander again. Just spread out my... Okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. I will shuffle... No. Do I shuffle my deck? No, there's quite a bit of ordering that I need to keep in. Even though that Dragapult was in the bottom. I think this is fine. Adrenabrain here. You know, going back to my rare candy point, it feels like you're making a deck that's supposed to be, like, that's best being slow, making it faster. It's really, like, Candy's really good into Dengo, because if you attack a turn early, they have a bunch of, what are those called? They have a bunch of gimme ghouls that you can knock out with Lucha. And then you can also rare candy your Dusknor. Those are all very good points to make. I just think that it's situational and you can't really get it there, and I'd rather value the extra energy when I'm trying to set up more Pokemon. Obviously, if you have the 2 candy, you're going to have to use 2 Hilda. But yeah. That's how I feel about the deck. It is my final answer. I do not want to attack here until I get boss. There's no reason to hit into the Badoo. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, even though he has Dragapult, even if he attacks first, I think I'd play this passively. Also, for rare candy, if you get item locked, what are we going to do about that, right? Let's look at all these factors. I'm going to draw first in case if I want a Hilda. I will grab this Night Stretcher. Ultra Ball, sure. And then Recon for a piece. Boss, nice. So, I think this changes my game plan a little bit. Or does it? I want to evo this into Dusclops because it adds way more pressure than the Dragapult itself. I think playing this slow is what's going to get me to win this game no matter what. And then Badoo the Drippy here. Yeah, seems fine. I'm gonna save my Neo Upper for later. I don't want to risk getting into that. The reason why I didn't get Dragapult there is because I'm fine with just drawing cards here. Like, doesn't really matter to me too much. If he makes the first move, I have a lot better chance of winning. Yeah, I understand your points. I've been using it with 2 Hilda and can get some pretty strong early turns. Just depends on what you think you're matching into, I guess. I've been seeing lots of Dingos. Yeah, but remember that starting a rare candy after... Oh, hold on. What are we doing here? Probably Draclo Monkey, sure. Okay. Adrenal Brain into Badoo. Is he going to attack this turn? That could be a possibility. No, he decides that... interesting play. Quite interesting. If I get Dragapult here, that's fantastic work. Nice. Okay, this is really good. This is fantastic. Let's see if I get another energy. I don't want to really discard Luminous. I'd rather actually... It sounds crazy, but I would actually rather discard Nupper than this Luminous energy. But maybe that's straight Cope. Let's see. If I boss his orders here, what do I boss up? I think bossing up Monkey plus Dreepy seems like the best play. Then that cuts up consistency for the rest of the game. And he can't Evo double Charmander. Like, it just seems so impossible there. So knocking out Monkey plus Dreepy means that his board state is crippled. And then I have Dusknor for crazy plays the turn after. Being patient here will just pay like in dividends, you know? I don't really need to go into anything. This is gonna sound crazy. I actually think I'm gonna attach Neo Upper and retreat out of Monkey Dory. I think Monkey Dory is just that valuable, dude. And I have so much energy on my board anyway, I think I can get away with this play. Now, what do I heal off Monkey Dory? I think if I put damage on this, I can probably put like a damage counter on Badoo. What do I heal? I probably heal the Monkey. Yeah, I'm gonna heal the Monkey. Now, I don't know where the 1 damage counter goes, but I don't want to stack it onto one of these Pokemon. Do something like this. Then Phantom Dive to these 2. Oh, dude, my board, like, this is what you get for being patient, man. Like, it's just that my board state is, like, so good now. I didn't have to rush into anything. And now this Badoo is, like, stagnant, right? Like, it's just gonna be there for quite some time. if he attacks, I just move 30 damage counters onto something. Like, literally, like, if he doesn't evo these Charmanders into Charmeleons, or he just put down a Dreepy, like, this game is over. This game is so over. He needs to attack with Dusknoir, which he can't do that, right? He needs to attack Dusknoir. So if he hits with Dragapult here, what I can do is I can just move 3 damage counters off of this, 70 to 40, and then these 2 get knocked out. Okay, so putting a damage counter on Badoo is correct. I win. If he attacks and he doesn't knock out Dusknoir, I win. But even if he attacks Dusknoir, I win because I just spread damage counters around the board, so I win no matter what. Yeah, feels good. Feels good to play this patiently. Quick question: how do you deal with Retreat Lock? I don't. That's the one caveat about this deck without Turo. You're more susceptible to Retreat Lock. The way I deal with it is I don't really like putting down liabilities down like Fez Latias if I know that there's a deck like that. For example, if I'm playing against Zoro, there's a small chance that they put Yveltal in their deck, so I never put down Fez, Latias, etc. Not that I would put that in the matchup anyway, but I don't really like putting those cards down. And then with Retreat Lock, it's fine because if they retreat like something like a Dracloak, then you just evo it up and then get out of it. It's like not as good, you know? But also attacking Dusknoir is kind of bad because then Dragapult gets hit first. Yeah, but then, okay, if you look at this board right now, he lost the game. Because he didn't KO Dusknoir. Because watch this. If I Adrenabrain onto this Dreepy here, well, I don't even have to Adrenabrain. Like, I could, like, there's just so many ways I can win this, right? I Curse Blast onto Dragapult, and then the game is over. Because I put 40 damage on the Dreepy and then 20 damage on this Badoo. And that is what happens when you're patient. I see a lot of Dragapult players popping Dusknoir because they're like, oh, it cripples their board a lot more. But, you know, if you wait until later, then the Dusknoir does pretty good in other situations, right? Like, I think, yeah, he just lost. I put 40 here, 20 here. I think he's taking his time. Like, swinging into Dusknoir was probably his only way of not winning. Like, yeah, better a bad position than a sure loss. Yeah, that's how I think about this as well. It was just so bad for him, man. I'm also very glad, and you know what? The reason I was able to do this play was because I sacrificed a Neo upper energy because I knew that Monkey Dory was just that valuable. You know? If I didn't have Monkey Dory, I don't think I would be able to pull off this play. Maybe Hawlucha. Yeah, maybe I could have used Hawlucha. But if he evoed this into Charmeleon, like, then I wouldn't be able to have that play. So, that's why I think Monkey Dory is also pretty valuable. Dude, the issue with cutting Monkey Dory also is that your mirror becomes very skewed. Not that I think a lot of players are playing Poltnor for Toronto, but your mirror is quite bad because if they're able to move damage around, they're able to set themselves up way better. And I also like using Monkey Dory for Mind Bend in desperate situations. I actually used it in Guardy sometimes. If they're frilishing me, I'm able to Monkey Dory confuse them. And then they can't really do too much there. But I feel like there's a lot of dimensions that you get with playing Monkey. Let's see what I have to do. Okay. Win the coin flip, that's fine. It seems like a familiar name. You know, it just has to go second, sure. I don't know what deck he's playing just yet, but I want to get Badoo down. just in case. What do I sacrifice here? I need a... That's weird. I'm debating on... Okay, so the first order of business, I need to discard these two, right? And then I grab myself a Badu, just in case I'm playing against Mirror. How much energy do I have? I think that's the second question I want to ask myself. I have, like, full energy, sure. And then I prize CC. As for Pokemon, I discarded Dusclops. Okay. Dracloak and Palt are the cards I discarded, or prized. I'm gonna grab Badu here, it's a little risky. Now my question is, do I discard Ultra Ball for the guaranteed Dracloak? Sources tell me I don't know. I mean, I prized a Dracloak. And then I'm praying that Iona gets me an energy. If I get item locked here, that's really bad. I don't know what type of deck he's playing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this and then grab myself a Dracloak. Does that seem right? Yeah, I'm gonna just grab Dracloak. And my turn. Hi, you ever tried a rare candy build recently? Got any opinion on that? Yeah, I talked about this earlier on stream, but I think that I feel, oh wow, what am I going up against? But anyway, the issue with the rare candy build is you're making a deck that's better slow into a faster build. And against Dengo, it's really good because you can save a turn of attachments and prizes, right? The problem is that you need to have rare candy and a couple of other cards in your deck to really function, you know? So I aired against it. In hindsight, maybe the energy attachment was a little better, and then I hope that Iona gets me Dracloak, but now this is like a little bit worse of a situation. But I didn't think I was going to play against Grimmsnarl, so Grimm is very bad for me. This matchup is pretty bad if they know what they're doing. What are your thoughts on Pokepad and what might get cut for it? Whoa, Pokepad is broken, man. Like, I might put like 3 or 4 for sure. I don't know what I'm gonna cut just yet, but maybe something like... I mean, Ultra Balls are obviously gonna get cut, the Nest Ball is gonna get cut, so that's 2 cards already. Maybe even like... Research or something? I don't know. Pokepad is just fantastic. But then it makes Item Lock stronger, right? Like, Item Lock is gonna get more broken. Wow, this game is so chalked. Evo this. Iono. Keep the CC at the bottom. I like using Spike with Gym to shuffle back my cards that I put in the bottom, but I don't really need to do that this turn. I'll recon first. Just to see if I get better. Oh, that jamming was so good. It was so broken. Okay, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my board here. Nest Ball for a Duskull. And we go from there. I have Lilies for the turn after. If he decides to Adrenabrain my Badu, I'm just going to put up the Duskull because I can at least pop Dusclops to retreat out of it. But Pokepad, man, I'm very excited for that card. But then again, like, Dragapult will have to change because we don't have CC or Iono. So I wonder if there's a passive way we can play Dragapult where you're still able to mimic the action of Counter Catcher and find a card that disrupts. Like, I don't know. Like, the value of Dragapult was that you're able to disrupt your opponent and they can't find all the pieces they need to win that turn. So I think Dragapult needs a revamp in what Dragapult can do. Maybe you need to play like an extremely turbo version of Dragapult. But I don't know. I have to really test out these random combinations and get back to you on that. Arvin for what? What are we gonna get, dude? Okay, cool. Maybe with the order Pokepad, maybe we need to employ some more candy stuff. Thanks. I also really like your Metafy guide. I was wondering what the game plan was with the new Tank Kanga deck and what that matchup looks like number-wise. It's pretty good for us if you have 3 boss. It's really bad for us if we have 2 boss, is what I came to the conclusion of. I will get back to you on the game plan once after I finish this turn. I really want to focus and make sure that I'm doing the right stuff. Does energy even make... No, why would I get another energy? I just got a monkey here. Fundamentally, I can put down this Dreepy. The issue is that he's gonna get 40 damage, and then he can use like Grimmstrong to knock this out. So I'm gonna actually have to attach onto this Dracloak here. Thankfully, I got a Dracloak, but if he whiffs the Grimmstrong, that's very good for us. Very. But he's gonna put like a ton of damage counters on this, and then I'm kind of in a bad spot here. I used Lilies that turn. Okay, cool. Yeah, so for Tank Kangaskhan, it's interesting because if you Itchy them out of Psyduck, that's really good for you because you can just set up Dusknoir and then pop onto a single Prizer or like Kangaskhan and knock that out, depending on what they set up. But let's say that they get the God board and they got like, you know, double Boof, double Monkey, etc., right? In that case, I would be targeting a lot of the monkeys and Boofs, right? So either using CC or either using CC or Boss. I like almost never hit into the Kangaskhan because they have so many cards to heal off the Kangaskhan. So I would just like I would aim for the back line. And like playing from behind is good. The nice thing about Kangaskhan is that they can't one-hit KO you earlier on without getting really lucky. So if you keep that in mind, using your own Monkey Dory is very good in that matchup because you can set up Bouffalant. If Bouffalant has 100 HP, you could put 3 damage counters on it, and then use Hawlucha to knock it out later. So I think there's a lot of ways you can cheese that matchup. And the fact that they don't one-hit KO you is like very good for us. Unfortunately, this is very bad for us. I have to find a way to win this. It doesn't look good, guys. Does not look good. I have to Evo this. Me whiffing Pult there was really bad for me. If I had Pult, I could Evo this and then attach an energy and safely go from there. But, you know, we don't get that all the time. I have to grab Dracloak here, and then I need to... Wow, this is so bad for me, dude. If I get like plus 60 on this, I'd survive, but if he gets another monkey down, it's really bad. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna risk it and try to get Neo Upper here. If I don't, game's kind of chalked. Game is looking chalked. However, I have ways to try to cheese my way into this game. The first method, I think I need to start using Monkey Dory and then hoping that I can get an upper later. Because I start healing off my boys, you know? So doing something like this, Counter Catcher, the Frostlass here. And putting 30 damage counters on Frostlass. and then passing. What this does is if I get Neo upper the turns after, I'm in like a fantastic, like not a fantastic position, but I'm at least in like a good position if he doesn't attack here. If he attacks, the game's over. But you know, I'm playing into any outs that I really can, you know. I need to do anything and everything to make sure I win this game. Or else am I really a competitor, you know? He Adrenabrain's my monkey. Okay. Okay. Quite a bit of damage counters on it. Monkeys are slowly dying. He doesn't have energy. Does he? Oh. Well, yeah, this game's pretty much over, guys, so thanks for watching. Yeah, I can't really do too much anymore. If he hits this, I can't even retreat out of, like, this combination gets knocked out here. If for some reason he doesn't aim for Monkey Dory, I have a play, but I think he will. Okay, yeah, this game's over. Well played. Cannot set up. I think my mistake was I focused too much on getting a Dracloak there, but I actually think that saving the energy was a lot better that game. Because if I had an extra energy, I wouldn't rely on Neo upper. So that was my mistake. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was playing against, and then I pigeonholed myself into thinking that I was either playing like Guardy or Pult, and I was gonna get item locked. But even getting item locked there wasn't like too bad. I think the energy was more valuable. I'll have to learn that from next time. I probably have like 2 or 3 more games before I have to go to an event. It's an Indian tradition called Pongal, specifically in the South Indian region. It's like a nice little festival thing. My friends are hosting it, so I thought it would be cool to like wear some Indian attire for that. I'm pretty excited. Okay, what are we playing up against? Oh, great ball. What are we doing here? This is probably Alakazam, right? Yeah, sure. I don't see why. Oh, I guess never mind. I was gonna say maybe Buddy Buddy Poffin was better first, but I think if you're trying to find basics, maybe not be the case. Oh yeah, actually, never mind. You need to talk Buddy Buddy Poffin first, because you're thinning with Fan Rotom. Do not put down Jamming Tower. You need to save it for other cards. So he has a bunch of Dunsparces. He does have Kadabra. I have seen both of those, but I think I'm gonna value my setup a little bit more. Prize Dreepy. Prize Dracloak. Yeah, Dreepy Dracloak. Do not put down Stadium, and then Lilies. Uh-oh. Do I put down Latios? I don't know. It's a catch-22 here. If I put down Latios, that's pretty bad for me, but I guess I save energy. Let's try it. Let's try putting down. I don't even know if I have Latios. Okay, I pressed Fez and Blood Moon. Fez, BMU. Let's try this. Probably gonna regret it. I already feel like I'm having a tinge of regret, but see what happens here. I also probably shouldn't have attached Number, because he could get Stadium and do a couple other things. Bad plays all around, but oh well. Yeah, it's slowly coming in that this was a bad play to put the Neo upper. Oh, nice. Attach here. Use Zon for Duskull. What you guys know about the Zon? Grab this. I don't think I really need research here this game. I'm gonna discard it. And grab track look. I'd rather use Iono here if I'm trying to attack the turn after. Okay, another Iono. Iono's at the bottom of the deck. Sure. And then Itchy. This is great. If he doesn't get Alakazam or Kadabra, then I win the game. If he does, then I just have to knock out his Dunsparces. Or his, like, draw engine, I suppose. Kadabra, that's fine. Completely fine. I could have got a free win, but I can't be too greedy, you know? Dawn, sure. We'll heal off the Dunsparce. Duck, okay. I'm less okay with that, but Duck never really hurt anyone. Battle Cage, sure. If I recall correctly, I lilied my battle cages, so I can actually still draw them. I don't want to shuffle my deck though. Something like Duskull or something, I don't know. You put this, some of these versions play Enhanced Hammer, and I really don't want to deal with that right now. So I'm gonna Iono here. I'm gonna keep this bench spot for Hawlucha in case if I want to knock out Psyduck. But I'd rather delay the knockout for Psyduck, you know? But, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. I really need to just get this, I need to get this counter stadium down. Here it is. The stadium. I will not shuffle my deck here. It doesn't make sense to. I'm gonna retreat this. I wasted a CC already. So I'd rather not waste the CC and maybe just take a knockout on Kadabra. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Just put all 6 on Psyduck. That way Hawlucha makes more sense. End of the game. This dude needs quite a bit of cards in his hand. He needs 16, right? Is it 16? Yeah, 16. Let's see if he gets it. I mean, Maxi gets 12 here, and then he needs like some supporter or something. Fez. If he puts down Fez, it's +2 because it's -1 from his hand and then +2 or +3. So net 2. Dawn here, sure. Abra. Oh, picnic basket. What a cool tech. What a cool tech, indeed. I shuffled double boss in the bottom of my deck. I might need to actually find the boss, dig for the boss. Does he get this combo? There's no way. There's no way he gets enough for this. I don't know why he's pushing the Alakazam. Fez for 12. Yeah, what are you doing, bro? Like, you don't get enough. That's why I knocked out the Kadabra, because I didn't want him to get Alakazam down. Enhanced Hammer, sure. If you do that, that's fine. Oh, this is exactly why I didn't push the Neo upper one. If we push the Neo upper one, that's so bad for us if he gets Enhanced Hammer down. This is so bad for him. Boss is not required anymore. I can just do this. I'll shuffle my deck so that the bosses are like propagated well. And then I don't want to put down Dust. Okay, yeah, he knows he lost. That's fine. I think I'm gonna go get ready for this Pungal activity. But thank you guys for watching the stream today. I was a little rusty in the beginning. I need to get back into this game, but yeah, I mean, I really enjoy the games that I played today. I feel like I wish I played more meta decks. I think I just need to go higher on ladder, which I could probably do off screen. So yeah, I'm just gonna log off for now. Thank you guys for coming in. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And with that, I'll see you guys around. Take care.